Here at Star Wars Nerdiness, we like to focus on individual characters. In Star Wars, at least the first 6 movies, and honestly the entire Skywalker saga, is the story and eventually the legacy of Anakin Skywalker. So much of Star Wars is about Anakin Skywalker, but very little of the saga is actually from his perspective, especially after he has become Darth Vader. In fact, his internal struggle seems to cut off from the moment he joins the dark side until right before he dies. So, in this video, we are going to focus solely on these missing years and Vader's internal struggle. We see Padme as a movie character, but that's not what she is to Anakin. Padme is Anakin's wife. Because she is his wife, Anakin wants what's best for her and he wants her to be happy. But most of all, he doesn't want her to die. I mean, do you want your wife to die? Of course not. Usually when we have nightmares, it doesn't mean anything. It might freak us out for a while and then we're fine, and then later in the day we get freaked out by something else. But for Anakin, sometimes his nightmare means that his mother is about to die. Now obviously, he did not like it when that happened, and he does not want the same thing to happen to Padme. However, he is having a similar nightmare about Padme. Not only does Anakin care about Padme, but he made a promise to himself after his mother died that he would never fail again. He has to do whatever it takes to save Padme. So when Palpatine offers him the power to cheat death, he takes it, even though it means he has to join the dark side and become Darth Vader. And this is when Palpatine tells him he has to do something extremely evil. He has to slaughter children. He doesn't want to do this, but for the sake of Padme, he has to. He has no choice, this is his only option. When Anakin sees the younglings, he's no longer thinking rationally. He does not see them as people, he sees them as obstacles, keeping him from saving Padme, and he cannot let Padme die. He's listening to the dark side because it's his only hope at this point. We still may not understand it, but this is why he does what he does. Obi-Wan Kenobi tells Padme what Anakin has done, and now Obi-Wan has turned Padme against Anakin. After all this, there is still one obstacle, and it's Obi-Wan Kenobi, Anakin's brother basically. He doesn't want to kill Obi-Wan, but just like with the younglings, he has to. After Anakin fails, he is burnt alive on Mustafar, but really he's crying out in anger toward Obi-Wan, the Jedi, and even himself. As fans, we think that Vader's suit looks cool, but for Vader there is nothing cool about it. He is put in a full body cast for the rest of his life. Finally, Anakin learns that Padme is dead, and he has killed her. This is the last straw. Anakin Skywalker is dead, and now there is only Darth Vader. Padme is dead, so Vader did all of this for nothing, right? Well, actually no, because Vader did this all for the Empire and for the galaxy. That should be good enough, right? Well, it doesn't seem like it is for some people, because the Rebel Alliance is yet another obstacle for him. This is all Vader has left. There is nothing else he has to cling to. This is what makes him such a great apprentice to the Emperor. He's not only an apprentice, at this point he is basically Palpatine's slave. Nobody likes Vader, but at the very least, many people fear Vader. Vader is the most feared man in the galaxy. And for some reason, Vader likes this. He wants power, and he has power because of this fear, but now there is something that people fear even more than Vader, and that is the Death Star. Vader is jealous of the Death Star. The Death Star is to Vader what COVID is to certain public figures. Let's be honest, he kind of just lets the Death Star explode, and this is why. When Darth Vader finds out that Luke Skywalker is his son, people assume that the reason he wants to turn Luke to the dark side is because Luke is his son, but that's actually not correct in my opinion. I believe that the reason Vader wants to turn Luke is because Luke is Padme's son. He can't turn Padme. Padme is dead. The only thing he can do is turn her son to the dark side, and that would fix everything in some way. Now, it's true, most people don't have that mindset of you and your offspring are the same person, but that actually makes sense for Vader. Anakin is so strong in the Force because his father is the Force. He doesn't say, "May the Force be with you," he says, "May my dad be with you." Well, he doesn't, but he should. Anyway, Vader thinks that he can fix the past by turning his son to the dark side. At this point in Vader's life, he is just reflecting on everything he's gone through. We all do this, but Vader has much more to think about than we would. So when Vader meets up with Luke, there is conflict within him. He isn't sure that he's made the wrong decision, but when he sees Luke, he also sees another timeline that is much better than the one he is living right now. But still, was he right? Did he kill Padme? Should he have joined the Emperor, or should he have stayed with the Jedi? And for the first time, Vader is not seeing Luke as Padme, he sees Luke as Anakin. So when he saves Luke, he is saving that small piece of Anakin that is still left inside. I, for one, am a big fan of Darth Vader, so I really enjoyed making this video. Hopefully you all had the same experience. Leave a like, subscribe, and as always, may the Force be with you.